What's going on, everybody? It's Justin Jackson here. I hope everybody's having an unbelievable week. Just a few things I wanted to hit on. For those of y'all that tuned in earlier this week and watched the first episode of Shooting It Straight with myself, there were a few takeaways, a few things that we wanted to kind of keep track of as this season kind of gets going. If you are a big UNC fan, you've been keeping track of their schedule. You know that there's a scrimmage coming up very soon. And, I think there's, three things that I really wanted to kind of put on everybody's mind, things that I'm looking forward to seeing and kind of seeing how it evolves as the season goes on, especially as it starts up here soon. I think the first one is how does this team take advantage of matchups? Obviously, we know that, they've got, Jay Wash there at the helm, and they've got freshman James Brown as the two true bigs that they have. But outside of that, they're kind of undersized. So you can kind of look at that as a weakness, or you could look at it as a strength. I think this team could look at it as a strength when you look at the guard play that they have, and RJ, Elliott, the two freshmen coming in, Ian and Drake, and then you've got a guy coming back like Seth. So you've got smaller guards, but that can be a matchup nightmare for a lot of different teams. It can cause issues on offense, get a lot of matchups, and be able to take people off the dribble a lot more, get into the paint, cause havoc in that way. And defensively, you can switch. You can switch 1 through 5, which obviously causes issues a lot of times in college because you're so used to having those true bigs. So I think I'm interested to kind of see how they, for one, how they do the rotations and how they are able to take advantage of those matchups. The second thing, obviously, I think, and everybody, as far as a UNC fan, is looking forward to is seeing how these freshmen gel right into this team. You've got guys that are unbelievable talents in Ian and Drake, and obviously James Brown coming in. How do they fit into what this team already has? You've got a guy like RJ who's solidified preseason, you know, ACC Player of the Year, All American. Jersey is going to be in the rafters for a reason. You've got a guy like Elliott who's been there for a year already and has the experience from last year and going into this summer and working on whatever the weaknesses or the things that he wants to work on. So how do they fit in and how do they complement guys like that? I think that's going to be very interesting to see as the season starts up. And then third, I think it's just a matter of I'm very interested to see how this new look team really begins to evolve as the season goes on. This is like we talked about in the first episode earlier this week. For me, this is probably one of the more exciting seasons going into it because of the not really knowing what the expectations are. You've got transfers like Cade Tyson, you've got transfers like Van Allen, you've got these freshmen coming in, and so you don't really know what you really have for the past 3 4 years. You've known pretty much what's going on. You've had Armando down low, and then you've got RJ out on the perimeter, and then everybody else just kind of fits into that. So obviously, losing a guy like Mondo, you can't replace somebody like that. But how does this team gel together? Who steps up? Who takes that next step? Who becomes a night in, night out type of contributor to this team that kind of takes this team to the next level? So those are the three things I'm kind of looking forward to as this season starts out. Obviously, it starts out with this scrimmage coming up on Saturday. So I'm interested to see it.